Welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Jase Hintz here, going to be giving you your weekly tip. And last couple weeks, if you can recall, we went over everything from how to pull your bow back, your feet, your base, all the way up to how to pull your bow back, get your anchor point, and look directly down. So we're actually using your pins and everything now. So this week we're going to go over how to aim correctly with your pin or your dot or whatever kind of sight you're using. Majority of the people are going to be pulling back and they're going to be looking, and the big scenario here for most of you guys is going to be when you're hunting. When you're hunting and you see a deer, most people, especially if it's a buck, are staring at the horns, they're getting all excited, you know. That's when you shoot too far forward or you actually do shoot over them. The thing you have to do is not even worry about the animal or anything. You need to first of all, find your opening, and then you need to pick your spot on the animal. So their little piece of roughed up fur behind the shoulder blade or a darker spot, or, I mean, you just need to look, stare, and find that spot that you're going to be aiming at. So when you pull back, you look at that spot only. You don't worry about how big that deer is, which way it's facing, anything like that. You find your spot, aim at it, hit it. A lot of people, when you're shooting practice, warm-ups and stuff, you know, you're aiming at your circle. When you're aiming at whatever you're aiming, circle majority of the time, or even your deer target at home or whatever you're doing, you also don't be staring at your pin. Most people will stare at your pin, and while you're staring at it, you don't know what's behind it. You don't know if you're aiming exactly where you want to. What you have to do is pick your spot again and let that pin free float over the top of it. You're not going to pull back, pick your spot, and you're going to sit on it. That never happens unless you're, you know, some sort of freak human that can, you know, never move, which doesn't happen because we all have muscles. So big thing when you're doing that, pick your spot. If there's a spot, you know, a little bit off, you can, you know, say I need to aim 2 inches to the right of that hole or whatever. Aim to the right and don't stare at the spot you're aiming off of. Stare 2 inches to the right of that hole. When you're doing this, wherever you're looking, 90% of the time is where your pin will be sitting. It'll float in and out, and you'll be majority of the time in that spot. That's why people do miss, you know, everybody does, and it's just because you do naturally float. You just can't fight your pin. You know, you can't be right and then think, okay, push it left. Oh, too far, push it back right. Oh, I'm low, pick it up. Because when you're doing that, you're fighting your pin and you're wrestling with what you're doing, and you just need to pick your spot, let your pin rest on it. It'll float gently. Don't worry about it. Stare at that spot, in or out, you'll hit it. A lot of things are going to be affecting how you're going to be moving and stuff. That's what we're going to go over next week. Difference between your grips, how you can adjust that, timing on your bow, different weights. There's a lot of different things. Have your anchor point correct, actually. You know, your peep sight, good height, not way too high, way too low. All these little things are going to help you hold steadier, just like we've been talking all week or all year so far, is how to get you to make that perfect shot by not moving. So this week, I want to let you know, always make sure you pick a spot at what you're aiming at. Make sure you look at that spot. You're not looking at your pin. You're not fighting it. Let it sit right on top of there. Let it float back and forth. Stare at your spot. Don't fight that pin. All right, tune in next week. I'm going to let you guys know about how to slow down that movement, your natural movement. And if you guys have any questions, don't remember what I'm saying, always look online. We got everything on there, Facebook. You can check us out on YouTube on the Lone Oak Outdoors page. And definitely look forward to seeing you next week. As always, have a good week.